Australia. We played there, and we played this event for a benefit to feed this large amount of people that had blockaded this area to stop the first frack well from coming into this place called Byron Bay. Now that was very inspiring to us because they have actually an organized group in that country called Lock the Gate, which is an organization that has been fighting fracking in that country as an organized entity for many years now. We don't have something like that in America, and so I was very inspired by their organization skills and also the victories that they were having against these gas and oil companies. Now, we played this benefit, and this uncle gave me a black cockatoo feather, one feather, and to the Aboriginal people, black cockatoo feathers, and the black cockatoo means the coming of rain. And he said, this is going to represent the water as you travel around the world. And I was like, oh, cool, right on, yeah, thanks, oh my God, so grateful. That's kind of what I said. I was like, oh, thank you, that's pretty cool. I didn't know the power of the feather until the feather schooled me, okay? And I had the feather with me, and he's like, just pass it on when you feel the time is right. So the next day, I flew to Israel. And I flew by myself, I went with my tour manager, we went there, and we landed at like 8 o'clock in the morning, and then we got sort of situated in our housing, and then we went to these kibbutz at night to jam with some local musicians. And just as I got out of the car, it started to rain. And my guide was like, I was gonna try and imitate his voice, don't care about the voice. My Asian voice is coming out. But he was like, oh man, it hasn't rained here in months. And all of a sudden I thought of that feather, and I was like, oh, the coming of rain, that's crazy. I was like, and then the next day it rained so hard that night that they had to cancel the festival next day. So my set got moved to the Saturday, and so I went to Jerusalem the next day and got to play my flute in the streets of Jerusalem and stuff. But it's crazy because like that feather has been, it's been kind of crazy everywhere, bringing random crazy storms happen. So I actually left it in my keyboard case when I went back to Australia this last month, and I thought, wow, that's so weird that didn't end up going on tour with me. Of course, there was no rain the whole tour. But I just talked to my manager tonight, and she's like, I'm bringing your feathers tomorrow. And I was like, wow, that's so crazy that all these massive storms just kind of occurred. And it's almost like, to me, I took it as a like, well, yes, the feather's coming. But anyway, it is.